I'm here for one last tag before this year's over. I'm here today to do the New Year's Eve book tag because it is New Year's Eve and it's very fitting, so yay! Hello everyone, it is Samantha. I hope you guys are having a fantastic New Year's Eve. I am excited about today's video. It is a very fun new tag that was created by Monica and Kristen. I'll link both their channels down below. They are fabulous people and I love their channels to bits, so you guys should definitely check them out. And they tagged me to do this tag that they created, and it is the New Year's Eve book tag, and I love the questions. It's New Year's Eve, and I figured, what the hell, let's do this. So the first question is Times Square, a book you've read that feels crowded with pages because it's so lengthy. For this, I am going with Bleak House by Charles Dickens. This is a very, very big page. It's almost 1,000 pages, and they are very, very, very thin Bible-y paper pages, but it was an excellent book. It was very dense, as per Dickens usual. It took me about a couple months to read because it was so thick and full of a lot of detail and interwoven plot lines, but it was excellent, even if it was a bit crowded with pages and characters and other wonderful bits, but definitely a must-read if you are a fan of Charles Dickens. Question number 2 is Champagne, a book with a bubbly character. I'm going with Rachel Dare from the Percy Jackson books. I would hold up one of the Percy Jackson books from the first series, but it's kind of hard to get to, so that's not happening. So we're going with the Heroes of Olympus, and wow, I'm out of breath. Anyway, I really, really liked Rachel Dare. She's definitely kind of a fun, bubbly character, kind of eccentric, does her own thing, and I think that of the Percy Jackson characters, she would probably be the most bubbly. She was kind of all over the place in the first Percy Jackson books, but I just found her to be a really fun character. Question number 3 is Sparklers, a book that added a little bit of sparkle to your life. Is anyone surprised? I mean, really, of course it's going to be Robin Hobb. 2015 was like the year of Robin Hobb for me, and it was amazing and glorious, and I would never wish for that time back. It was definitely time well spent. Next up is Countdown, a book with such an engaging story that it was only a matter of time before you finished it. I mean, again, really, I like sucked in like all 18 of her books this year. I mean, not all of them, but 18 of them, and it happened quickly, and I already want to reread them because I missed them, so excellent stuff, this. Next is Midnight Kiss, a book with the most satisfying kissing scene. You know what? I'm going with Persuasion by Jane Austen because when these two characters, because I don't want to give everything away, end up together at the end of the book, it is so satisfying. You're like, yes, you are meant to be together at last. It is fantastic and beautiful, and I love it. And I know that in the movie these characters kiss, but it's been so long since I read the book, I can't remember if they actually kissed at the end of the book or if it was implied. You know what? It's Jane Austen. I'm sure they did. But needless to say, it was very, very satisfying. Next is Noisemaker, a book that's made you question things or changed your perception. I'm going to give this to 1984 by George Orwell. I read this back in high school like many, many people, but it definitely changed my perception of the world and how we view it and the role of the government and the role that it plays in our lives and things of that nature. It definitely made 15-year-old Sam think, and it has definitely stuck with me to this day. And finally, Resolution, a book that you are planning to read in 2016. If I had to choose one, I'm going to go with Elfstones by Terry Brooks. I'm going to give the Shannara series another go. I started to read it back when I was 14 or 15, and I couldn't do it because I started with the first book and it was so much like The Lord of the Rings. I could not handle it. I could not stand how close it was to Lord of the Rings. I felt like I was trying to copy it. So I never ended up finishing it. I gave up on the books, but I've heard that you can start with the second book and it definitely takes on a more original tone than the first one. So I'm going to skip the first one because I know it'll just annoy me and bore me again and go with Elfstones and try and read the rest of the books this year, particularly with a new show coming out, which I think looks good. I don't know, we'll see it, but I'd like to read the books first, give them another chance. So that's definitely something that I am hoping to achieve in 2016, giving Terry Brooks another go. Alright guys, that is it for the New Year's Eve book tag. Thank you guys so much for tagging me and for creating this tag. I'm going to tag a few people down below because even though it may not be New Year's Eve anymore, it is still fun to do this tag because it is a new year. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and safe and happy holiday, and until next time, happy reading and happy new year. Bye!